Hey there all YouTubers, today I'll be showing you how I turned my Weber gas grill into a barbecue smoker. And the thing we need to get some smoke in there is we need a smoke tube, and I always use real wood chips, and I'll be using a little combination of these charcoal pellets. I found that this combination of the wood chips and the pellets, it gives me a longer burn. No particular brand, it's just the cheap stuff that I found, but charcoal, sawdust pellets, and real wood, and we're going with Pecan. Alright, so as you can see now our smoke tube is filled with wood chips and pellets. Alright, so I understand that, you know, not everybody has a stick burner in their backyard to barbecue. I mean, a lot of people might just have a gasser, you know, a Weber gas grill or whatever kind of gas grill, but in particular here we have the Weber Q3200, and I'm going to turn it into a barbecue smoker. And let me just show you what I did here. What I have here is an aluminum griddle pan. Alright, putting that in there. Alright, so let me show you. I put gasket material all the way around on the lid, and just because I didn't like that big space, I filled it in with gasket material so I have less of a gap there. And what I'm going to do is put a drip pan under there. Yep, drip pan, just like that. And we'll put our grates on, just like that. Put our grates on just like that. Alright. That's what that's going to look like. And then, just to get a little elevation on the meat, I put that rack on there, and that's going to elevate your meat up higher into the dome where there's more heat and smoke accumulating. Alright, and then we will put our smoke tube right here. Alright, that's the setup right there. Alright, so since we're barbecuing at a low temp, 225 to 235 at start, I'm only using that center burner. Just the one in the center. We're not going for high heat. This one is off. The outside burner, that's off. Just using the center one. Alright, so let me just bring this up to temp. The thing about these cast aluminum grills is this cast aluminum gets hot and it stays hot. And using that aluminum griddle pan, that thing is going to provide thermal mass. It's going to provide radiating heat from underneath, and then you're going to have radiating heat from the dome of the lid coming back down, and that's the thing that I like about a cast aluminum grill. Alright, so here's my smoke tube all set up, getting ready to get lit, and with that single burner on, after about 5 minutes we're up to about 210 right now. So I want to see how high this will go with just the single burner on. That's all we're looking to do, is just a single burner for low temp. So we're almost up to 220 right now, so that's going to be fantastic. Alright, so after about 7 minutes we're up to 250. That's great. So let me just turn this down a little bit. I can turn that temp down, and at this point you're probably wondering, well, what are you going to barbecue in this gas grill? Well, we got one of these big 3-bone short rib sections here. That's what we're doing right here. Big old piece of short rib, 3-bone. All right, so that's our setup here. So let's go ahead and get this monster on here. All right, so everybody knows smoke sticks to cold wet meat. This was in the refrigerator overnight with that Rootboy Rub #1 for Beef and Bison. A lot of nice herbs, kosher salt, black pepper. I did add a little extra black pepper. Alright, so let me get the smoke tube lit. Be right here and we'll get some smoke. We have radiating heat, and we will also have convection heat up inside the dome. Yes, sir. Okay, so we're right back up to 250 real quick after about 2 minutes. I got that smoke tube lit. I'm gonna blow that out and we're gonna get it in there. So there you have it. You have smoldering pecan chips and charcoal pellets. Alright, so there you have it. We are smoking, and we're going to maintain a nice low temp at about 230, 235 for the first couple hours. There we go. That's how I barbecue in a gas grill. Okay, so we're at the 1 hour mark and we're holding steady at 250. I'm happy with that, and that's it at the halfway setting on just that center burner. Now let's go in, take a look. Alright, our tube is smoldering nicely, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to spray it down with some of that cold water. Spritz at the beginning of your cook if you want more smoke, especially using a gasser. You're not going to get a lot of smoke with the gasser. That's why we're using the smoldering smoke tube. Okay, so we're at the 2.5 hour mark, and I want to show you this thing is settled in, everything's heated up, and I'm at the lowest temp setting on my dial here, and we're rocking right at 250. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Smoke tube is doing an awesome job, and let's just get a little bit more cold water on there. I think I'm going to be done now spritzing. I'm just going to let this thing do its thing, just rock and roll here. No more spritzing. Alright, so at the lowest setting, I'm maintaining 250. Alright, we are at the 4.5 hour mark, and we are sitting right at 300 degrees, and I'm at the lowest temp setting. So that tells me I need to modify that tube for, look at this. Yeah, getting there, some bark. I need to modify that gas tube. It's just a little bit too much heat there. So we're getting pretty good. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, too much gas. So I'm going to modify that because I want this to run about 250, 275 max. 300 is just a little bit too much for me, but hey, we're still smoking at 4.5 hours later. We're getting a nice bark. We're building up some nice bark and crust on that. Alright, let it keep rocking. Alright, so here we are at the 5 hour and 15 minute mark. Still at that 300 degrees. That's what we're looking like. Can you see that color on that? Let's look at all that pullback on that meat there. Let's do probe tender here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting nice. I think I'm going to tin it just for about a half an hour here. But all right, so my smoke tube is finally shot. So all right, let's take a look at that. Look at those 3 bones right there. Yep, we're gonna tin it. Okay, so we're just tinning it. You know, no wrapping, just tinting. Yep, just like that. Tin it, maybe about a half an hour, and then we'll get it off and let it rest. Yep, there we go. Alright, so here we are 6 hours later, and these ribs are done. Yeah, we're gonna get these off. Gotta get these ribs off. Oh boy, they're hot. I better get a utensil. Oh yeah, let's see if I get a utensil on here. Grab these. Get these big old 3-bone Dino ribs off of there. Alright, so wow, look at all that grease that rendered out of there. Very happy with this gasser setup. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Yep. Metal on, my brothers. Get ready for the eating of these ribs. Yeah, that's right. Gonna eat some ribs. Alright, so here we are now, double wrapped with foil, and we're just gonna throw this towel on here and let these rest. That's right. Alright, so 6 hours in that gasser. Alright, so here we are after resting 1 hour. It's time to answer a few questions. Will we have a smoke ring, and will we have some smoky, beefy barbecue goodness? Alright, so let's get this foil off here and take a look. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, people. Alright, let's see. Anticipation here, I tell you. Look at that. Alright, so let's give it a second here. Give it a second. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and give it a look here. Who put that lipstick on there? How about that? Definite smoke ring in a gasser. Definitely juicy, you could tell that. That's because of the marbling of the beef, the short rib. So, there you have it, folks. You could make a good barbecue in a gasser. Definite, really nice smoke ring right there. Alright, so let's bring in Mrs. HMB and we're going to eat some of this rib. Let's cut it up. Alright, hold on 1 second. Alright, so let's slice this right here. Take a look at it. There you have it. Right there. Nice smoke ring. Alright. Nice little pull. Let's give that to Mrs. HMB and see what her thoughts are. See if it's smoky on that gasser. A little smoky, nice bark on there. It's not very smoky, not too smoky, but it does have a nice smoke ring.
Tasty.
Very tasty.
Tender.
Tender beyond belief. That's what short rib will do for you. Nice bark. I mean, it's very good. I mean, for a gasser, I mean, it's fantastic barbecue. So, all right, what are your thoughts, Mrs. HMB?
I think it's very good.
Very good. I mean, look at it. It's fantastic.
You call that a short rib?
No, that's a long rib.
It's like a brontosaurus rib.
A brontosaurus rib.
Yabba dabba doo.
All right, good people, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and metal on.